Oh man, Ministry's got a new song. I gotta hear it. Uncle Al, no! So, as I'm sure you can already tell, even though this otherwise is a very simple topic to make a video on from a practical perspective, this feels like the hardest commentary I've ever had to make, because I am actually a huge fan of Ministry. They've been calling out the New World Order since before Alex Jones even had a radio show, and they've sounded consistently good in quality musically as well, until now. Where I don't know if Al Jorgensen smoked too much meth and finally fried his brain or what the case is, but whatever the case is, they've basically abandoned everything they once were and shat out onto the earth this abomination, the second Antifa metal video this year, and this one makes Stray from the Path's attempt look good in comparison. At least with Stray from the Path, they were an unknown band and were pretty shitty to begin with, so it didn't seem as bad when they made an Antifa video, but this... oh boy.
The term Antifa, short for anti-fascist.
Yeah, so they claim they're anti-fascists, but actions speak louder than words, and let's analyze their actions. They advocate for expanding the government, and some of them, the quote-unquote anarcho-communists in the group, will tell you that's not the case, but that's bullshit. Socialism inherently requires arbitration, which requires a state. They also want democracy or mob rule, which requires arbitration. They want social justice, which absolutely requires arbitration, since it inherently requires double standards and inconsistencies at the very base of its reasoning. Those being that people of certain identities should be treated differently just because they belong to those identities and for no other reason. Anyway, they use violence to shut down their political opponents. They hold people for ransom in the case of Hamburg, Germany, where they had shop owners buy signs as insurance to stop their stores from being destroyed in the riot. These people are fascists and terrorists.
An organization which has a violent history in Europe and South America.
So basically a fascist to you is just anyone you don't like, not an actual ideology which has pretty clear distinctions from other belief systems. That is what we like to refer to as quasi-intellectualism.
But has large...
No. Fascism is not a right-wing ideology. A right-wing ideology being defined as an ideology which supports free markets over the left-wing position being market egalitarianism. This can be reflected in both Italy under Mussolini and Germany under Adolf Hitler. The Italian Fascist Party's manifesto economic policy is very progressive, wanting to institute a progressive tax, seizing all possessions of religious property, giving institutional power to labor unions, and that's exactly what they did all the way to the end. The Nazi Party's manifesto is even farther to the left, nationalizing Germany's food industry, forbidding businesses from operating under the top-down model, outlawing rent, and explicitly calling for the means of production to be seized. While it is true that the majority of these policies weren't implemented because Germany was only planning to implement them after the war had ended, Germany, however, did implement the majority of these policies addressed earlier through institutionalizing a state-run labor union known as the German Labor Front. So, fascism is about as right-wing as Antifa is anti-fascist.
Been unknown in the United States until very recently. They're the ones responsible for Trump supporters being beat by gangs, setting fire to cars.
And this is exactly the point in the video where you realize that this song is not supporting Antifa because Ministry agrees with Antifa. It's supporting Antifa because Ministry is desperate and they're trying to cling at spotlight relevance. Even Antifa does not use this strawman definition of anarchism. Anarchism is simply a society with no rulers, not a society with no rules. You people don't have any idea what you're talking about. Now you're simultaneously spreading communist propaganda and statist propaganda. Why are you doing this? Oh my god, and you even acknowledge what anarchism actually is defined as. Good lord. Keep in mind, folks, that the song hasn't even started yet. This, if you can believe it, is the best part of the video.
Waving the red and black flag. Red and black flag. Red and black flag.
This is just a quick side note. Why do people keep using Guy Fawkes masks when they're trying to look edgy and rebellious? Guy Fawkes was a totalitarian who tried to kill the King of England to install a Catholic theocracy. Doesn't make you look edgy or rebellious. It makes you look like a scrub, because if you actually knew who Guy Fawkes was, you'd realize that wearing a Guy Fawkes mask to try and protest what you perceive to be authoritarianism is akin to wearing a God Hates Fags t-shirt to a gay pride rally. Well, Al Jorgensen's appearance confirms my earlier suspicion. He looks like he's lost 30 pounds since Ministry's last release, and he appears to have lost a few teeth. He has definitely spent the last 5 years binging on meth, which explains why he could have ever thought that this was a good idea. I mean, who the hell looked at this video, heard this song, and thought, oh yeah, this totally looks and sounds like a professional finished product that we should use to promote this upcoming album we've no doubt sunk quite a bit of money into. I can't help but notice that your body language is eerily similar to that of Benito Mussolini's. We're not snowflakes, we're the Antifa. If it weren't for the rest of the lyrics, I would have thought that this video was a parody based on that line as well as the visuals. You're coming for us, huh? Well, that might not be the smartest move, you know, considering that we're the side with the guns. Nah, you don't want violence, mainly on account that you cry to the media and try to start victim campaigns every time you get it. And that whole November 4th revolution that never happened, where we were supposedly gonna go to war, you don't want violence, you're just a bunch of shit-starting punks. Alright, I'm stopping here before I get real pissed off. As for you, Ministry, hope you enjoy the fall, because it's a long way to the bottom.